In his play, The Cocktail Party, T.S. Eliot says this: half the harm that is done in this world is due to people who want to feel important. They don't mean to do harm, or the harm does not interest them, or they do not see it, or they justify it, because they are so absorbed in an endless struggle to think well of themselves. Now, my friends, this preoccupation with the endless pursuit of recognition and approval will lead us into the most unforgiving of all slaveries, with our ego as our tyrannical ruler. So we should ask ourselves the question: have I ever really been happy when I have been preoccupied with my own self? And if we're being totally honest, then we have to say, never, never. And John the Baptist gives us an insight into the way to receive the respect and the appreciation of others, to receive the approval and the high regard that we all hope to have. We must not focus on our own importance, but dedicate ourselves to something or someone who transcends our egocentric interests. We have to give ourselves over to something that is greater. If we think about it, all the great people we know are people who have been astonishingly unconcerned about their own importance. In fact, they don't even know that they're important. Great people are often surprised when people pay them compliments or praise them. And my friends, all of this is to say that we will never find greatness by chasing after praise, compliments, or the approval of the crowd. We do not find greatness. Genuine greatness finds us. And it will find us only where it can. When we are involved in the mission of doing God's work here on earth. John the Baptist was a great man. As we heard, Jesus said of him, of all of the men born of women, none was greater than John the Baptist. That was an incredible statement, considering its source. And what did John the Baptist say about Jesus? There is one who is coming after me, whose sandal strap I am not worthy to untie. I must decrease. He must increase. In other words, John the Baptist's awareness, his focus, was on the very presence of God right there in his midst. Ordinary eyes could not or would not see the presence of God in their midst, but John the Baptist could. John was able to see reality, the way, the truth, and the life. That is the spark of divinity hidden within the humanity of Jesus Christ. And you know, my friends, we have some things in common with John the Baptist. John was a messenger sent on an assignment. So are you, and so am I. John was on a divine mission. So are you, and so am I. We are involved in a mission that is a whole lot bigger than just taking care of ourselves. As was true for John the Baptist, each one of us is called to proclaim God's presence among and with each and every one of us. And to do this by living our faith with honesty and integrity, pointing to the presence of Jesus Christ in our world. You know, others will notice how we live our lives. Never for a moment suppose that they won't, my friends. Your life, my life, every life, has been created by God to bring his loving presence into this broken, suffering world, to make his kingdom real by how we treat people. No one is an outcast. You know, if the papal ministry of Pope Francis these past 10 years tells us anything, it tells us that no one is beyond the reach of God's personal, merciful, compassionate, unconditional love. No one. Advent is the time of preparing for the coming of Emmanuel, God with us, coming into our humanity, into your personal life and mine. Advent is that mysterious time of the year when we recognize the tension between what already is and what is yet to be, between who we are and who we should be, between what has been accomplished and what remains unfinished, relative to our own unique purpose for being on this earth. Now, let me suggest to everyone here today, especially reminding myself, that in these remaining days of Advent, it would be good to consider and meditate on this question: to whom and to what is my life dedicated? If it is truly dedicated to having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, then that is where we will find honor, respect, and happiness. You know, I had a wise and inspiring grandmother who explained this to me. She said, happiness is something to do, something to hope for, someone to love. My friends, if our lives are dedicated to making the lives of others better than they have been, giving hope to those who feel hopeless, love to those who feel unloved, joy to those who feel depressed, and if we live each day with the presence of Jesus Christ touching the lives of others through us, then genuine greatness will have found us, as it found John the Baptist.